All right, welcome in everyone. Today we're going deep on Sara Finance. You know, the one with that YouTube video?
The How I Made $4.9 million online at 22. So you can just copy me.
That's the one. Always makes me kind of skeptical when someone says you can just copy them to millions.
Yeah, I get that. It's like, come on, really? But, even if it's not a step-by-step for everyone, there's got to be something to learn there, right?
Absolutely. That's exactly what we're doing here. We're going to look past those big claims, break down her story, see what we can actually take away from it.
Exactly.
For anyone out there dreaming of starting their own online business or just, curious about this whole world, there's something here for everyone.
For sure.
So let's start at the beginning. Sara talks about her first job, right? Minimum wage. Tim Hortons, 15 years old.
Yeah, pretty typical. A lot of us have been there.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
In 1 year, she saves $5,000 while going to school full-time.
That's some serious dedication right there.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I used to think about that saying, like, it's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Yeah.
That work ethic she had early on, that seems huge.
It's not even just about the money.
Yeah.
It's about those habits, discipline, consistency,
Yeah.
putting things off.
Delaying gratification.
Exactly. Crucial for anything you want to succeed in, especially entrepreneurship.
So takeaway number one, doesn't matter if you're, I don't know, flipping burgers or coding whatever, those habits matter. Show up, put in the work, even when it's not glamorous. Those little things, day after day, they add up.
Big time. And that leads us to Sara's first big online venture, dropshipping.
Oh yeah, drop shipping.
So for anyone who doesn't know, it's basically selling online without, actually having the stuff. You work with the supplier, they handle all the storage, the shipping, you just focus on marketing customers.
Sounds simple, but as Sara found out, it's not that easy. She actually lost all of her savings, that $5,000, on her first try.
Yeah, this is where that just copy me thing kind of falls apart. The dropshipping gets sold as this, easy money thing, but it's way more complicated. You need to know your market, pick the right products, target the right people with ads, build a brand.
She even talks about, spiraling into depression after that loss.
Yeah.
It's real, Makes you realize those overnight success stories don't always show the struggles.
For sure. It's good to remember that setbacks, failures, they're part of it, especially with entrepreneurship. But it's how you come back from them that's what really matters.
And Sara, she didn't let that stop her. Takes some time, saves up more money, and decides to try dropshipping again. Changes things up this time. Instead of putting everything on one product, she tests a bunch of stuff, smaller budgets, until, wait for it, dog water bottles.
Dog water bottles.
Who knew, right?
It's funny how sometimes the things you'd never expect can be super profitable,
Yeah.
but, it's not just luck. She learned from that first mistake. Diversified, managed the risk, kept trying things out until something clicked.
And it clicked big time. She scales that product to $60,000 profit in 6 months. Persistence and being able to adapt, that's what gets you there.
What's really interesting, though, is even with that success, she eventually realized dropshipping had its limits, moved on to other things, shows she wasn't just in it for a quick buck, she was thinking long-term,
Really good point. Reminds you, even when you're successful in one area, got to stay open to new things, adapt to how the online world changes.
What got you here won't get you there.
Yeah.
Right, and that's a perfect lead-in to Sara's next big move. Content creation.
Content creation. Here we go. So it's 2020. TikTok is blowing up, and Sara sees this gap, right? Most creators are doing, dances, trends.
Not exactly financial advice central.
Yeah, but she sees this chance to bring her finance knowledge to this platform where, surprisingly, it's kind of missing.
It's like textbook, right? Spot the trend, fill the gap.
And she doesn't just rehash her old stuff. She goes all in on that short, fast-paced TikTok style. Videos on budgeting, investing, side hustles, all for her Gen Z audience.
Smart move. She got it. It's not just about having the info. It's how you package it for the people you want to reach.
And they loved it. Thousands, sometimes millions of views on her videos. Shows you what happens when you're real and you find your niche.
Totally. It also shows how she could adapt. Took those skills from dropshipping marketing, understanding people, making good content, and used them on a whole new platform.
Takeaway number 2 right there. Don't be scared to experiment. Adapt. What you learn in one place, you can use it somewhere else.
And remember, platforms come and go, but knowing how to make engaging content, that's a skill that never goes out of style.
Facts. Now, Sara didn't stop at TikTok. She went to Instagram, YouTube, built up a whole multi-platform thing.
Yeah, smart. Diversifying, like you would with investments, but with your content.
Exactly. More people see you, and you're not stuck relying on just one platform. That's how you build something that lasts.
Exactly.
And get this, at 19, she's making like 50 grand a month, sponsorships, brand deals.
Yeah.
That is not a bad side hustle.
Shows you what's possible with content creation. But gotta remember, that sponsorship money, it can be up and down. Not always the most stable long-term plan.
And that's where her next move comes in, affiliate marketing. Big thing in the online business world, but for those who don't know, can you break it down?
Sure. Basically, you're promoting other people's stuff, products, services, and you get a cut for every sale that comes from your promotion. You're like the connector between the business and the customer.
So no creating your own product, no dealing with shipping, inventory. You just use your platform, your influence to make those sales happen.
Exactly. And the great thing is, it can really scale. More traffic you bring in, more potential to earn.
And here's where it gets interesting. Sarah says she's found a way to do affiliate marketing without a huge following. Doesn't even show her face. I don't know how she does it.
Yeah.
But she keeps that part secret.
Makes you wonder, right? But even without knowing the specifics, it shows how affiliate marketing's changing. It's not just about a big audience anymore. It's knowing your niche, building that trust, making really good content that helps people decide what to buy.
And this focus on affiliate marketing, this is what takes Sarah to her goal. Financial freedom. Buys her dream house, travels, and most importantly, takes care of her mom.
That's what it's all about, using your success online to not just reach your own goals, but to help your family too. It's more than money, it's security, independence.
Makes you think, what would financial freedom look like for you? What would you go after if money wasn't an issue?
Good question. Figuring out what truly matters to you and using what you've got, skills, resources, to build a life that fits those values.
All right, so Sarah's journey, it leads to this huge achievement. Over $5 million online by 22. But let's be real, it's easy to focus on those big numbers and miss the bigger picture.
Right. She got there because of a lot of things coming together. Hard work, talent, right place, right time. And let's be honest, some luck too. Not a recipe everyone can just follow.
But we can still learn from it. Even if her exact path isn't for everyone, there are things here we can all use.
Definitely. And as we wrap this up, I think it's important to, pull out those key takeaways and make them useful for everyone listening.
So we've covered a lot about Sarah's journey. What are those big takeaways, the things our listeners can really use for their own, entrepreneur adventures?
One thing that's like super clear to me, learning constantly and building up your skills.
It's that whole invest in yourself thing, right?
Exactly. It wasn't just luck for Sarah. She was always learning, always adapting. Drop shipping, then content creation, then deep into affiliate marketing. Each time picking up new stuff, new knowledge, and it all built up to that success.
It's like a good reminder. Building a business online, it's not about some secret formula, some get-rich-quick thing. It's about, investing in yourself, getting those skills, a whole bunch of them that you can use anywhere on any platform.
And talking about adapting, look at Sarah's story. It shows how important it is to embrace new platforms, new tech. Remember, she started on TikTok when it was just getting big. She saw the potential and went for it.
It's like she had a crystal ball, right?
Right.
Knew that shorter, more engaging content was the future. Makes you wonder, what's the next TikTok going to be? And who's going to be those first ones to jump on it?
Good question. And it shows if you want to be an entrepreneur, stay curious, try stuff out, don't be afraid of the new thing. Who knows, the next big thing might be right around the corner.
And of course, we can't forget about sticking with it. Persistence. Sarah had those bumps in the road. Remember that $5,000 loss? But she didn't quit. Learned from it, changed things up, and kept going.
It's a lesson for everyone, not just business people. Want to build something successful, reach a big goal. You need that resilience, that determination, that ability to take a hit and keep moving.
It's so easy to get discouraged, but those tough times, that's when you really see what you're made of. Got to have that grit to get back up, keep going towards your vision.
For sure. Now, Sarah's story, it's super inspiring, but we got to remember, it's just one example out of millions in this whole online business world. Lots of ways to reach your goals. What worked for her might not work for everyone.
That's why it's so important to find that thing you're passionate about, what really gets you excited. Build your business around that. Passion, being real, that's the fuel. That's what helps you keep going when things get tough.
Couldn't agree more. So here's a question for everyone listening, something to think about. As you're starting out, what are those unique skills you have, those talents, those passions? What can you offer the world that only you can?
Love that question. And remember, there's no single path to success. It's about finding your own way. being yourself, building something that fits your values, your dreams.
I think that's a great place to wrap things up. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Sara Finance's world. Hope you found it helpful, inspiring, and maybe even a little bit thought-provoking.
And until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep chasing those dreams. You never know what amazing things you might achieve